In Rhode Island, Ripple's swim school reopened today after a nearly 3-month shutdown. Owner John Heelan was on track to have his best year ever when the state shut everything down. He shared his story with us a few months ago. Tonight, we're glad to have him back. John, welcome back.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for having me.
So how's this going to go? Tell me how this is all going to work. I know there may be some trepidation from people who are thinking about the risks of getting into a swimming pool and being close to people.
Sure. Yeah, so we opened today, taking a pretty limited calendar for the month of June. Just for that reason, we want to kind of ease back into it. So the structure we set up is just private lessons, capped it at just 3 lessons going on in our pools at a time. So you can see from the video, very spread out. Even in the waiting room, everyone's very spread out. A couple other measures, safety equipment. You see our instructors wearing full face shields, and the normal protocols, right? Everyone in the building has to wear a mask. The 6-foot radius, all that kind of stuff. So we're doing everything we can. And with the first day results today, everything was great, completely smooth. Everyone was happy. It was a great day.
Wow, that's amazing video. I actually didn't expect to see that. I'm quite surprised. You're actually giving swim lessons still. You're just taking the precautions that you would see maybe in some other industries.
Exactly. Yeah, the CDC came out a while back, actually, and said, a pool environment, there's no proof that the virus can survive in a properly maintained pool environment. So that the actual medium that they're in is probably about as safe as you could be. The chlorine and a well-managed pool makes it, I guess, impossible for the virus to spread. So the medium itself is completely safe. And then everything else we're doing with the masks and all that, as you would, I guess, in any other business. And everyone in the facility wears a mask, with the exception of the kids. We don't want kids in the water wearing a mask. That kind of presents its own risks.
Do you know how you'll end up doing this year? Do you have any idea? I mean, you're usually doing $2 million in revenues normally, which is a pretty good number. How close can you get back to that,
Correct.
Do you think? We are about to go into the heart of the summer, obviously, which is a good time to be in the pool.
Sure. Yeah, it's my point of view is almost changed by the week as we've gone through this, right? So when we closed March 13th, we were seeing our best growth, our best numbers. Things were exceptional, really. So March 13th, it kind of hit the windshield, so to speak. Everything stopped. So it was a big question mark on kind of how we'd come out the other side of this. We had a lot of money saved up and some things in place. So surviving through the downturn was kind of concern number one. Now that that we're starting to reopen, what and how long is it going to take for things to return back to normal, and what does that business look like? I can say just after day one, we announced about 2 weeks ago we were reopening, and just after day one today, the response is much more than I thought it would be. We did, when we announced we were reopening, our regular calendar won't start till July. We didn't really want to force people to have to make a decision about that. So June is just a very limited, specialized calendar, pretty small. July is when we'll start to go kind of full throttle again. But we didn't want to push anyone to make the decision now until they were comfortable. So it was really like a crawl, walk, run. But like I said, based on today's response, it was amazing. Just the people we have coming in, everyone's happy, the amount of new registrations we're having. So it's a much more kind of robust pickup than I was expecting.
You have a very controlled environment, obviously, in your businesses. But how should we think about public pools, do you think?
Like I said, in terms of the pool itself is plenty safe, but I think it's a matter of spacing out, just like anywhere else. Distances, face masks, all those kind of things still play.